Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight here for the Samaritan Center's fourth annual Veterans Ball. My name is Jenny Lee. I'll be your MC tonight. I'm the reporter and weekend anchor for KVU News. I'm so excited to be here. How is everyone tonight? Oh, that is wonderful. That is just wonderful. I am again excited to be here. I am excited to be nice and warm. I'm excited to have seen the sun today. I'm hoping everyone has recovered from those disgusting winter storms that visited us a few weeks ago. I'm hoping everyone has fully recovered from those. We are glad that you are joining us here tonight because we are celebrating and honoring vets and their families, and of course, supporting a cause that doesn't, quite frankly, get a lot of attention these days. Talking about mental health services for veterans, active service members, and their families. You know, you being here tonight says a lot about you. Those serving says that you support your brothers and sisters, you know, because as we continue to hear more than 20 veterans and service members die by suicide every day, we know that our mission, we still have that mission. That's why we're here tonight. Our mission is not over, right? We all have we still have something to do. We still need to continue to pursue that. So I'm extremely proud again to be here. I'm honored to be here because not only am I here to support this cause, but I'm married to a veteran. He has served in the U.S. Army for quite a few years. He's also a first responder. He is a lieutenant with the Austin Police Department. So I'm also very honored to have the opportunity to share so many stories, veteran stories tonight, because I believe anyone who has served selfishly, hello, deserve our deepest gratitude and appreciation. So that's why I'm very honored to be your MC tonight, right? So yay, excited to be here. So also very honored to introduce my partner in crime. Can I call him that? Yeah, I'm going to call him that. His name is Jay Fisk. He's also a Vietnam veteran. So Jay, take it away.
Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you. And thanks to your husband also for as well, both past service and his ongoing. All of you who are veterans, all of you who have a veteran in your family, all of you who appreciate what veterans and those that are currently serving do for all of us. Thanks to all of them as well. As Jenny said, my name is Jay Fisk. It's my pleasure to be her partner in crime tonight. I am not going to be what I normally do, which is an auctioneer. I'm not going to be taking bids live or anything like that, but I am going to be explaining how you can bid. It's a very simple process. The bidding is actually on your phone. And if you haven't registered your phone yet, now would be a good time for you to do it. It's a very simple process. You just go ahead and send a text to 71760. It's what we call a short code. So just go ahead and send the text to 71760 and put Samaritan in the subject line, okay? And when you do, you'll get a link. You'll click that link. It'll take you right to our registration page. Just a couple questions to answer. Your first and last name, you should have no problem with that. We also ask for your email. You should have no problem with that. And you'll be right in, you'll be able to bid. Now, when you do, you'll see 4 buttons on your screen. The upper left-hand button says items, and that's where your auction items are going to be. When you click on that items button, you'll be able to see all the auction items listed there. You'll also will be able to search for items. There's a search bubble. If you want to search for things, you can do it. You can bring things up by category if you'd like to do that. Very simple process. Once you bring the item up, go ahead and select any amount you'd like for the amount you wish to bid on that item. Now, I want you to pay particular attention to right at the top of each item. It says auto bid. And if you click the auto bid button, the system will bid on your behalf. It's what we call concierge bidding. Very fancy name for meaning that you just put the highest amount in and the system will take care of the rest. It won't advance you immediately to your highest number. It'll just take you to the next step. And then when someone outbids you, it'll take you to the next step and on and on and on until your final number, your auto bid number, eventually gets surpassed. At that point, you'll be outbid, and you'll be receiving a text message letting you know that you've been outbid, and then you can go ahead and place another bid on that item. There's also a place in there where you can look at your items that you're bidding on, and you'll be able to tell whether you're still the current bidder or not. If it's red, you've been outbid. If it's green, you're still the high bidder. So remember, to place a bid, use auto bid or any amount you wish. You also will get a text message when you've been outbid. So let's talk a little bit. By the way, the bidding is going to conclude at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Tomorrow evening, Central Time, of course, if you happen to be tuned in from around the country, and we hope we have many that are joining us from around the country. So 7 p.m. Central Time, we're going to close the bidding, but you can bid now and through the rest of that time. Now, if you're watching us on this screen, which I'm assuming you are, otherwise you wouldn't be hearing me, in your lower right-hand corner of your video, there's a little square. And if you'd like to watch this show on your big screen TV and all of its big screen glory, you can go ahead and click that little square. And when you do, it'll go full screen, and it'll kind of eliminate everything else that's around it. So you don't have to watch it on that little square. Also, right below that video window is a chat box. We'd like you to take advantage of that chat box. You can actually pop it out. There's 3 little dots in the upper right-hand corner of the chat box. If you click on that, one of the choices says pop out. You can pop that out. And even if you're in big screen, you can go Alt-Tab, and that pop out will float up on top of your image as well. But let's use the chat. Say hello to some of your friends that are watching as well. We like you to do a little we call virtual table hopping tonight by using that chat button. Okay, so there you go. That's how to bid. That's how to go full screen. That's how to chat. Closes tomorrow at 7 p.m. I think I've given you all the preliminary things, and now we'd like to have some inspiration to get us started from Amanda. So please give your attention to Amanda.
I'm Chaplain Amanda Williams from the Texas National Guard, and I am so honored to have the opportunity today to provide you an encouraging word as well as the scripture of the day. Scripture of the day is going to come out of John 15:13, and it is one of my most favorites. Scripture reads, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay one's life down for one's friends." The reason I found this valid to be able to share with you today is because, one, it reminds us of Christ's love, that he was sacrificed for our sins, which is the greatest love that can occur. Two, if you've ever signed up to serve in any capacity in the military, you have signed up to sacrifice your life for one's friends. At the time that many of us have signed on the dotted line, we do not count the cost or consider what that sacrifice looks like for each of us. So for that, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your sacrifice to our great nation. It does not go unnoticed, so thank you very much for that. Also at this time, I want to remind you to thank those that serve alongside us in a volunteer community. They may not have got the opportunity to serve in this uniform, but they serve alongside our veterans, and so for that, I also want to thank you.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Time now to talk about our trivia. You should have gotten the trivia via the Survey Monkey. The description is in your drink kit if you want to pull that out. Please answer the trivia questions and make sure you enter your name and email in that form. We're going to draw that winner tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, and we will notify winner by email. Okay, now I get to do something super fun, and I'm going to draw the first door prize winner. Yes. All right, let's see. The first winner, and here's what you win. Sorry about that. You win a $50 Amazon gift card. All right, and the first winner is Kara Hoffmeister. Yay, congratulations, Kara. You win a $50 Amazon gift card. I spend so much money on Amazon, so I'm super jealous of you. Okay, congratulations, Kara. And Jay, you know what? I'm also jealous of Jay because you get to talk about the live auction. Jay, take it away.
All right, thank you, Jenny. We're going to spotlight a few of the items now. Remember, the bidding is open until 7 p.m. tomorrow night, but you can start bidding now, and we'd like you to bid on it. We're not going to be able to spotlight all of the auction items, but we've narrowed it down to about 9 or so that we're going to spotlight during this show. And periodically, what we're going to do is show you a leaderboard and show you some of the items. Let's go ahead and go to the leaderboard right now. We'll kind of show you some of the items that we're going to be spotlighting. So we'll bring the leaderboard up, And you'll see that we have a luxurious 7-night vacation in Mexico. We've got an exotic hunt. We've got a private wine class is rolling in there. We've got a team dog annual membership, and that's with a former SEAL giving you some training there. We've got the 7-night stay in Mexico. So let's just talk about a couple of these. Let's talk first about the Grand Cayman Island getaway. The Grand Cayman Island getaway. And this is a chance for you to unwind in paradise for 1 week in Grand Cayman Island. I love it there. I've been there many times. Actually done some auctions in Grand Cayman, believe it or not. And I got paid for going to Grand Cayman and doing an auction. How about that? But this is your chance for you to bid on this tonight. And the 7 Mile Beach is spectacular. You're going to have a lot of fun, and your kids will enjoy looking at all of the iguanas. Some of those iguanas have saddles on them. They're so big. They're amazing. You'll enjoy a stay at the Plantation Village Beach Resort in an oceanfront condo. It's got a full kitchen, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It accommodates 6 guests. And I understand it'll actually accommodate 12 if you're really, really good friends. But this is set up to be just for 6 guests, okay? Our next item is an exotic hunt in the Texas Hill Country. Exotic hunt in the Texas Hill Country. And this one is a chance for you to enjoy a 2-day, fully guided exotic hunt for 2 people on an AMR hunting property located near Junction, Texas. And this trip includes all lodging, meals, ranch transportation, and the harvest of 1 exotic buck. And you also get a chance to harvest 1 exotic doe and unlimited hogs and varmints, because they don't care how many hogs and varmints you go home with, but you only get 1 exotic buck or 1 exotic doe. Okay? That's our exotic hunt. And that is available for your bidding pleasure up until 7 p.m. tomorrow. We'll spotlight one more item right now. It's the private wine class for 20. We'll come back and spotlight more later, but the private wine class for 20 is a chance for you to treat your friends, family, and fellow wine lovers to a private wine tasting for up to 20 people. If you only invite 9 other people, that's for 10. You'd get to drink twice as much wine. You might want to think about that. This event, I'm only kidding, this event is certain to impress you and your guests. A wine expert will present and discuss each delicious wine during your 2-hour class. It's for 20 of you. By the way, this is so complete that Jenny Lee will invite 19 of her friends in case you don't have any. That's how much we care about you being able to enjoy this wonderful event. And now we'll go right back to Jenny Lee.
Jay, you read my mind. I was going to say, feel free to invite me to any of these excursions, particularly that wine excursion. Yes, I will gladly partake in all that. Thank you so much, Jay, partner in crime. Doing a great job, by the way. And doesn't Jay look extremely handsome in his getup? Really like the tie. All right. Next up, Kim Layne. I want to introduce Kim Layne. She's the director of integrative medicine. She's also a member of the Hope for Heroes team. Let's hear it for Kim Layne.
My name is Kim Layne, and I'm the Director of Integrative Medicine here at the Samaritan Center. Back in 2012, when I interviewed for the job here, it was my mission and my purpose to provide alternative modalities for veterans to relieve their pain and to address any anxiety or insomnia or other issues that might have arisen as a result of their service. And so coming here to work at the Samaritan Center was a real blessing, because since that time, I have been able to serve countless veterans, as well as service members and their family members. And being part of the Hope for Heroes team, which is a truly multidisciplinary team comprised of veteran peers and licensed mental health counselors and acupuncturists, all of whom are either veterans themselves or military family members, whether they be spouses or children of veterans. It's a pretty incredible thing to all work together to pool our resources and to come up with the best possible care for every veteran, service member, or military family member who comes to our center. So I just want to say that I'm grateful and I'm happy to be of service and beyond thrilled to be a part of our Hope for Heroes team. Thank you.
And thank you, Kim Layne, for your service. We're super grateful for her. Speaking of super important members, I want to introduce you to our next member of Hope for Heroes. Her name is Rochelle Pierce. She is an LPC, a counselor, and she is also the wife of a veteran. So let's hear it for Rochelle Pierce.
For those that enjoy freedoms, the ability to stand proud, the ability to kneel, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, the capacity to pursue your chosen course is indebted to our veteran community. We, the strongest military in the world, wouldn't be what we are today if it weren't for the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, the Coast Guard, and the Navy. Thank you often doesn't seem like enough to tell someone who braves serving our country, being in the midst of hardship, loss, and sacrificing of comforts and time with family and friends. But that is exactly what we should say. Thank you for your service and the sacrifices for our country and our freedoms. Thank you for stepping forward when others stepped back and placing yourself between us and danger. In today's world, it may seem like your efforts were in vain, but they weren't. Even in trying times, we still walk our streets with pride. We hold our heads up high, and we know that we couldn't possibly be where we are without you. But the truth is, there will never be enough possible ways to say thank you, and there are surely not enough memorials to depict your honor in our great country and the bravery in peril it required. People may seem to carry on with their lives, forgetting the past and the people it took to get where we are today. But there are people who realize that without the past, there is no future. You gave us our future, fighting for our freedoms and defending our country. In a country that in this day and age seems to be driven by turmoil and chaos, we are still a free nation because of you. We are a country full of wonderful yet sometimes crazy ideals, but they are our own that we can freely express. Please, think of all the good things about America, that you will remember your sacrifice was not in vain. You fought wars with no promise to prevail, and unknowing if you would return to your families. You changed the lives of Americans for a lifetime to come. You saw loss, developed camaraderie with others coming from all walks of life, and formed lifelong bonds with those that became family to you. You will never be forgotten, and you and your families will forever be our heroes. Thank you for paving the way for those that proudly serve today. And tonight, it's truly an honor to be in the midst of airmen, Marines, sailors, and soldiers. Thank you.
Amen, Rochelle. I could not have said that any better. All right. Now let's take it over to Jay Fisk again, who is going to tell us more about Paddles Up. Jay, take it away.
Thank you, Jenny Lee. Well, this is the time of any fundraising auction that I really enjoy more than selling any item, because this is the time when I get a chance to ask all of you in our audience to go home with what I like to call the best prize you can get at an auction. It's the kind that you don't have to worry about it expiring. You can't break it. You can't lose it. Doesn't have to fit in the trunk of your car, because what you're going to do right now fits inside your heart. It's a chance to do something nice for a veteran you may never meet, but one who will always be grateful for what you do. And that's what we call our Paddles Up. We're going to ask you to hold up your virtual paddle. Now, your paddle is in your hand. It's your phone. You've registered your phone, hopefully. And on your phone, there is a button that says Paddles Up. Go ahead and click on that button. And when you click on that Paddles Up button, you'll see that we have amounts on there everywhere from $50 to $2,500. And there's even an other, because you may be inspired to put a donation of $3,000 or $5,000 or $10,000, or you might be inspired to do $25 or even $10. The important thing is that you make a donation. If we can get 100% of the people watching now to make a donation of any amount at whatever amount you're comfortable making, then I think we can help a lot of veterans through our Samaritan Center. So we're going to ask you to do that right now. This is the time where you get to put your paddle up in the air, and we're going to show you now. We have a thermometer, and we're going to show those donations coming in. We're already at $5,000. We'd like to get that to $30,000. That is our goal tonight. So if you would start hitting that button right now, we sure would appreciate it. Go ahead and click that donation button and confirm it. And when you do, it'll go in and you'll see that the amount will go up. We're up to $5,250 already. That's fantastic. Let's put a few more in there. Say Jackie has made a donation. Thanks so much. Jenny's made a donation as well. Let's get some more donations in. Let's see if we can get that to go up even higher. Remember, our goal is $30,000. We will come back to that later tonight and ask you again. But next time we come back to it, we'd like to see that much higher than it is right now. Okay. Now, if you just tuned in, a quick reminder: if you're just watching this and you haven't started bidding yet, the bidding is on your phone. You just send the word Samaritan to the short code 71760. So if you're watching the show, but you don't have your phone in your hand and you're not bidding, then you are what we call an observer, and we'd like you to be a participant. Okay. And the way you participate is registering your phone, bid on the items, make a donation, and our paddles up. That's how you can really help our Samaritan Center. So please do that. Also, if you just tuned in and you're watching us in that little square on your website, you'll notice that right below that is a chat window. We want to encourage you to use the chat. And we would like to tell you that if you've got your laptop plugged into your big screen TV and you'd like to go the full screen on this, you can do that. Just hit that little square in the lower right-hand corner of your video, and that will let you go full screen right there. Okay. To come out of full screen, just hit the escape button on your keyboard. You'll come right out of full screen. Pretty simple thing to do. So let's get bidding. Bidding will conclude at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, but you can bid right now. The more you bid early, the better we look, because we want this thing to not suddenly at the last minute go up, but we'd like to have a nice little gradual climb towards our goal. $30,000 on our paddles up is our goal. We're at $52.50 right now. When we come back in a few minutes, let's take a look at that. And hopefully that's gone up. You've been generous and you've made a nice donation. Please make that happen if you don't mind. All right, we've got some entertainment for you. So we're going to kick it over back to Jenny. And I think she's going to introduce some entertainment.
That's right, Jay. As you guys are using your paddle to donate, I'm going to introduce you to our entertainment tonight. His name is Knapp. He is a singer, songwriter. He's also the executive director of Restoration Ranch. So what is that? Well, Restoration Ranch provides a safe haven for equine learning and development that nurtures well-being for veterans and their families through the gift of the horse. Let's take a listen.
Howdy, I'm Knapp, Executive Director with Restoration Ranch in Bastrop, Texas. But today I'm coming to you from me and my wife's ranch called K3 Ranch, just right outside of Red Rock, Texas, not far from Restoration Ranch. I'm very glad to be a part of today's ceremonies with the tremendous work that Samaritan Center does with Hope with Heroes and how they help, just like we do at Restoration Ranch, those veterans who need that little bit of support making that transition from military service, whether it be recently separated or those who have been out for some time that are just struggling a bit, giving them that extra support to be successful. People ask me what the horses mean, how the horses have helped me, how the horses help the veterans that come to our ranch. The best analogy that I can give is when I talk about the leather carving and leather tooling that I do, which has been a kind of hobby of mine that's turned into more of a passion project. And when you're doing leather carving, you have to do a lot of shapes, and one of those is just flowers. When you're tooling these flowers, you have to make each petal look just uniform and right, and each one has to come and begin in the middle and end in the middle. And when you're making that flower, if one of those petals doesn't look just right, your eye goes right to it. And if you don't carve it just right, if you don't tool it just right, you know that it's just not balanced. And I make that analogy a lot with what it's like being a veteran. When you make that transition, certain petals on that flower just don't feel right. They just don't look right. And sometimes you don't know how to describe why that is. And with what I've found that the horses have helped me with is finding that balance, that connecting back to my Western lifestyle, the Western way of life, getting back to working with horses and raising cattle and doing those things has really centered me back to who I am as a person. And that may not be for everyone. As a matter of fact, I know that's not for everyone. But with the work that Hope for Heroes does and the work that we do at Restoration Ranch, we really serve as a hub for people to come to us because they know what we do with horses. But at the same time, what they really get drawn into is the community that we provide and the resources that are connected through us. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. I hope that you can donate what you can to this wonderful organization. Also, this week has been a very trying time for people all over the state of Texas. It's been something that's kind of knocked us back on our heels with going without power and going without water, and especially with me and my wife having to keep our horses watered and keep our cows fed and watered. It's been a challenge. So what I wanted to do today is maybe just sing a little tune that kind of embodies our Texas pride and our Texas spirit. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Well, we're here in my studio, and like I talked about earlier, we talked about a little of what the Western lifestyle is like, and this week I've had a lot of time to reflect on what I wanted to sing, and with everything going on with the Arctic blast and us taking care of our animals and trying to keep everything going with no power and everything else, it's been a challenge. And so I thought this song just kind of came to me about not just what makes Texas cool, but if you've ever been to Texas dance hall or saloon or a club or to a Texas wedding, this is the first song that always gets played to get everybody else out onto the dance floor. And so it's not necessarily a super upbeat song, it's kind of a sad song, but here in Texas we love it, and I can't wait for us to get to a point to where we can get back dancing again and having a good time and gathering and having some fun. So here it goes. When the sun goes down on my side of town, that lonesome feeling comes through that door, and the whole world turns blue. There's a rundown bar across the railroad tracks, got a table for two, waiting in back where I sit alone, think of losing you. I spend most every night beneath the light of a neon moon, and if you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely. Watch your broken dreams dance in and out of the beams of a neon moon. Thank you. And you guys enjoy the rest of your show.
And that was Derek Knapp with Restoration Ranch. All right, as you guys well know, none of this can happen without the generosity of our sponsors. So I like to take the time now to recognize each and every one of our sponsors for our veterans and their families. So we're going to recognize each and every one right now. And our first one, Challenge Corn sponsor, of course, was PCIS. Our distinguished service sponsor, AAA Storage, Debbie and Larry Simons. Another one of our distinguished service sponsor, US Venture. Thank you so much. Lowy Law Firm, helping injured Texans. We all know Adam Lowy there. Krista and Austin Arnold, a Silver Star sponsor here. Advanced Pain Care Management, a Silver Star sponsor. We appreciate it. Admiral Bobby and Nancy Inman, a Silver Star sponsor tonight. A Silver Star sponsor, Personal Excellence Foundation, Mind, Body, and Spirit. Thank you so much. Mimi and Scott Mendenhall, thank you so much. A Bronze Star sponsor. Pioneer Bank, also a Bronze Star sponsor. Sarah and Don Hogan, a Bronze Star sponsor tonight. BeingWellBianca.com, Bianca Benzine. Thank you so much, Bianca, a lovely lady. First Texas Honda, a Bronze Star sponsor tonight. The Allen Family Foundation, another Bronze Star sponsor. And Love Tito's, Bronze Star sponsor. We love Tito's. Nancy and Jim Rumbo, Bronze Star sponsor tonight. Shepherd of the Hills Christian Church Disciples of Church, Bronze Star sponsor. Thank you so much. Cindy and Randy Hall, honoring Samaritan Center, Bronze Star sponsor tonight. And special thanks to Citizens National Bank, Texas. Oh, that slide went by so fast. So sorry. It's special thanks to in-kind sponsors and donors. Ooh, and of course, our 2021 committee members. Look at all those lovely people on there. Thank you so much. Big special thanks to them. Can we give them a round of applause, please, to all our sponsors tonight? Thank you so much to all of them. I wanted to make sure I got all of them in. I have a big list. Who did I miss here? And I didn't get to read. I feel very bad because the slide went by very, very quickly. I will make sure to read them all at one point or the other. We can't do it without you. Let's see. Did I read all that? Citizens National Bank, Texas Capital Bank, Texas Citizens Bank. There you go. Big special, big love to all of you. Thank you so much. Okay, you know who else we love here? Jay Fisk. I want to know, Jay, how many people have been using their virtual paddle tonight to help us raise money and support our veterans and active service members and our families? Jay, do you have an update for us?
I do, and we'll be back to that in just a minute. We're going to show the thermometer in just a moment. But I thought what might be nice to spotlight 3 more of our very special items. We have 9 of these that we're spotlighting. All of our items are very special. All of our items help us raise money for our Samaritan Center, of course. But we're spotlighting 9 specific ones tonight. We just showed you 3 a little while ago. We're going to go 3 more now. This one is a private dog training session with a former Navy SEAL, Mike Ritland. And it's a chance for you to do something really special for you and your puppy. This is a chance for you to learn how to properly motivate your dog and get some hands-on training. And Mike Ritland can help you with that. Team dog training It's unique, and it follows the training methods of the highly skilled and experienced owner, Mike Ritland, former Navy SEAL, former Navy Special Warfare, and multi-purpose canine trainer for West Coast SEAL Team. If there was ever anybody who knows what it's like to train and work with with man's best friend, it is Mike, and he's going to give you a great training session there. He's also New York Times best-selling author and speaker, and you are going to really enjoy your special training session with you and your dog. Okay. The next item we're going to spotlight right now is a Round Rock Rendezvous. The Round Rock Rendezvous is a chance for you to relax and get away for a night at the Ruby Hotel and Bar on Brushy Creek. Enjoy a romantic dinner at Jack Allen's Kitchen, then return to the Ruby and take a moment to savor a 2018 Sangiovese and 2018 Vermentino that will complement any of your meals. Okay, and then our last item. Actually, I think I jumped down too far. The next was race on your own car on a track. Race your own car on a track. So let's go to that one if we can. Drive with SCCA Track Night in America, and share your passion for cars with other like-minded speed enthusiasts. A chance for you to drive your car, see what it can do, what sort of performance you can get out of it. So we want you to be able to do that as well. That is our third spotlighted item. And we're going to now take a look at our leaderboard and see how we're doing on our leaderboard. See how those bids are coming in. So there we go. We'll come back and spotlight some more of these a little later. But those are the three we've kind of thrown at you right now. And so you can be bidding on those, and you can be bidding on all of the items in our live auction. Let's take a quick peek at our thermometer here and see how we're doing. $6,750 right now. We're getting up there. We really want to try and get that up to closer to $30,000. So if you haven't made a donation yet, please do that. You can go ahead and make that donation now. And we would be very, very pleased to have your name in lights here as well. We'll come back and look at that thermometer again here before the end of the show, and we'll spotlight some additional items here in just a little bit. So right now, let's head on back to Jenny. I think she's going to talk to us a little bit about a challenge coin, if I believe that's correct.
Yes. Thank you, Jay. I am extremely honored to introduce you to General Hill of PCSI, our challenge coin sponsor. Now, you've received the challenge coin in your cocktail kit this evening. So please, if you could, take that out now as I tell you about General James T. Hill. He retired from the U.S. Army after 36 years of active service, and his list of assignments and accomplishments is tremendous. Some of the highlights of his impressive career include serving in Vietnam as an infantry platoon leader, recon platoon leader, and infantry rifle company commander, commanding the 1st Brigade, 101st Airborne Division during Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and serving as the deputy commander, 25th Infantry Division's Peacekeeping Force in Haiti, and the Deputy UN Commander, Peacekeeping Force in Haiti, as well as Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations in Army Forces Command. Now, during his career, he commanded the 25th Infantry Division and U.S. Army Hawaii, as well as 1 Corps and Fort Lewis. His last assignment was Combatant Commander, United States Southern Command, commanding all U.S. military forces in Central, South America, and the Caribbean. Now, currently, he is the president of J.T. Hill Group, a consulting group focused on strategic leadership and national security issues, and serves as chairman of the board of directors at PCSI. A native Texan and Trinity University alumnus, please join me in welcoming General Tom Hill.
Good evening, and thank you for the introduction. I'd like to thank Cindy Long, Samaritan Center CEO, and Eric Wittick, President of the Board of Trustees, for our organization's continued partnership in serving our veterans and their families. It's an honor for PCSI to have such a strong relationship with the Samaritan Center, and we thank you for being our partners. I'm proud to represent PCSI tonight because I'm proud of what my organization does. In my more than 36 years of service to the nation, I tried to lead a life of purpose, and that did not change once I retired. I'm still drawn to organizations that actively benefit the country and its people, whether they are in the private sector or not-for-profit groups. And I have to say, my work with PCSI has brought me more joy than any other endeavor since my retirement from the Army. Our mission, or ministry as some would call it, is to employ veterans and people with disabilities, allowing them to fulfill numerous support service contracts, mostly with the federal government. The role of most of our employees includes vehicle, building, and grounds maintenance on posts and bases, and the servicing and cleaning of military hospitals. Our contracts with PCSI currently employ over 1,700 people in meaningful positions with competitive wages and benefits. Roughly 20% of our workforce are veterans, and 80% have significant disabilities. Of those veterans, 30% are in management. Our veterans serve veterans or active duty soldiers and their families across the nation. It's impossible to overstate the value of re-entering the workforce with meaningful employment and dignity gained in providing for one's family. Let me give you a couple of examples. We have a large KP contract at Fort Hood, Texas. One of our KPs operates and works for us with an IQ of less than 50. We pick him up every morning from his home. We take him to work. He does a good day's work. We take him home. He's a productive, tax-paying citizen. We have an employee at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, in our grounds maintenance operation. A sergeant, he came back from Iraq with debilitating PTSD. So debilitating that he lost his family. He was medically retired. He couldn't work. He was living on the street, contemplating suicide. He saw a poster for a manual laborer job with PCSI. We hired him. Today, about 4 or 5 years later, after going through training and treatment that we sought for him, he now, as part of our management, has remarried, has 2 kids. That's just 2 of our employees. And the bottom line is, for almost all of our significantly disabled people, their life choices are death, incarceration, institutionalization, the street, and if they're lucky, a family to take care of them. There's no such thing as a one-stop shop to sustain such a broad and noble mission. We must work with groups like yours to provide veterans and those with disabilities guidance and support. Since PCSI's inception in 1996, we've had a corporate goal to share our resources in many other ways. And last year, we donated more than $500,000 to organizations across the country in support of veterans and other worthy causes. In the road ahead, we will continue to share our mission with Samaritan Center in order to assist and care for our veterans. This year, we are again proud to serve as a Challenge Coin sponsor of this event. A Challenge Coin is a small coin or medallion bearing an organization's insignia, and historically, they're presented by unit commanders in recognition of special achievement by a member of the unit, or as a means for unit members to recognize and prove their unit affiliation. Tonight, we present you this coin to not only recognize your support to our veterans and their families, but also to remind you that you are part of the PCSI family. It takes a concerted effort to maintain that support network that veterans need and deserve. So thank you, Samaritan Center, for all your work and for remaining such a strong pillar of support for veterans in the Austin area. We simply could not do this without you.
Thank you very much, General. I sure appreciate that. We want to go ahead and take a look at some more of our auction items now, some of the spotlighted items. Let's go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard and see how the bids are coming in. So you'll notice that the luxurious stay in Mexico is at $1,500, doing great. Lap of Luxury is doing at $470, doing good. Private wine class at $225. I think Jenny might be bidding on that one. The Track Night in America race, $110 on that one. Golden Tee Arcade, we'll talk about that in a little bit, $225. 7 Nights in Mexico, $1,500, doing great. So let's talk about a couple of these specific items. Let's start with a luxurious 7-night stay in Mexico. Let's learn a little bit more about that. Here's your chance to relax at a AAA 4-diamond luxury Mexican resort of your choice, located throughout Mexico's most beautiful landscapes, boosting high-end amenities, comfort-filled accommodations, and the best service in Mexico. That could be yours if you go ahead and become the highest bidder. And by the way, if you're the second highest bidder, well, at least you can say to your significant other, I tried, but you won't be going to Mexico. So you might want to be the high bidder, just saying. The next item is the Lap of Luxury. You can treat yourself to a luxurious staycation in downtown Austin at one and only Fairmont Austin Hotel. It includes sushi at Yuchi, Kendra Scott earrings, Proletariat wine, and the Capri Blue Pink Grapefruit and Prosecco Gilded Muse faceted jar candle. I bet you thought I couldn't get through all of that, but I did. And while you're in Austin, don't forget to go to the best barbecue place in Austin, Terry Black's. That's sort of a freebie for me because that's where I go when I go to Austin. And then our third and final item we're going to spotlight tonight is the Golden Tee Home Arcade. Golden Tee Home Arcade. Bring Golden Tee, the world's most popular golf game, into your home. If you are a golf aficionado or you have someone in your family who is into golf, this is the at-home version of it. And here's your chance to have that arcade. You won't have to be pumping in quarters or anything like that. You can just go ahead and play to your heart's content. and you don't have to keep putting quarters in the old arcade. Okay. All right. So those are the items we're spotlighted, and we hope that you'll continue the bidding. Remember, the bidding continues until 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Keep the bidding going. The bidding is on your phone. Hopefully you're doing that. Do us a favor, would you please, since we have another day to bid, would you please go on your social media tonight? Go on your Facebook, go on your Twitter feed, go on your Instagram, whatever you got, and put Samaritan-center.meistroweb.com. Samaritan-center.meistroweb.com. The same place you are right now. Grab that link and put that on your Facebook. Let's see if we can get all of your friends and family involved in our bidding. Let them know that they also can bid and they can help out as well. Okay. They didn't have to be here during our 1 hour broadcast, but they can still help. We've got 24 hours that they can still get involved in the bidding. So please, please, please send this out on your social media. Let's see if we can get as many people to bid, and certainly let them know about the paddles up. If nothing else, if they don't bid, please send them to the cell phone, have them do Samaritan to 71760, get in there, register, and hit that paddles up button, and let's see if we can get them to make a donation as well. Okay, help us out. Now, remember, there's strength in numbers, and so although you may be one, you can help us find dozens more through your social media, so please do that if you can. Back to Jenny, and I think she's has a door prize or something. Is that correct?
I'm going to announce the winner of the door prize. Jay, I think it's a good idea to share the social media. The goal, of course, to get us to $30,000. We are off to a good start, right, Jay? We're up to 6,700 or so. I can't decide which is my favorite paddles up. Of course, the wine. I wish you would stop talking about the wine because I want to win that for myself, but I guess I can share and go with 19 of my best friends like you were talking about. But that Mexico trip is looking pretty nice as well. But that Fairmont staycation is also great with the Kendra Scott earrings. I mean, like, my mind is just going everywhere, but I have an 11-year-old son, so that video game arcade is great too. So, I mean, thank God we have until tomorrow night to make all these decisions. I think maybe because I have this MC gig, I'm going to wait till after to look at everything. These prizes are just, these auction items, I mean, are just great. Okay, I guess I'll do my job now and announce. I'm just so excited about the auction items that I need to do my job and actually tell you the winner of our second door prize. And the second door prize is a $100 gift card. This is so awesome. You want to know who it is? Did you win this? Yes, you want to know, right?
All right. Well, how about that for a surprise? Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Jenny, we lost Jenny at the precise moment she was going to announce, but she's going to whisper in my ear. Oh, well, she's back. Back to Jenny.
Haha, haha, I did that on purpose, just for anticipation purposes. Okay, yes, I purposely made my internet go out at the exact moment that I was going to announce the winner. So here it is again. Let's see if I can do it again. The winner of door prize number 2 is Eric Whittick. Eric Whittick, you just won a $100 Visa gift card. Congratulations to you. You know, these gremlins, technology, whatever. I apologize for that. That is just so rude, right? Whatever. Eric Whittick, again, you won our $100 Visa gift card. I'm kidding. I did not do that on purpose. I was entirely kidding. I did not do that on purpose. What is that? That was perfect timing, right, Jay? That was just entirely weird. Okay. And at any rate, it is now my pleasure to introduce you to the woman of the hour. She's the one who runs this whole kit and caboodle. She's the CEO of the Samaritan Center. Cindy Long, you know, she oversees this agency that served more than nearly 1,000 veterans and their families just this last year. Please help me welcome Cindy Long.
Thank you so much, Jenny, for taking time to help us honor veterans and military families in our community. Many, many thanks to our event committee, especially our chair, Krista Arnold, for all the planning and preparation that went into this event this year. Thank you to our board and our advisory board for supporting our efforts year-round. To the staff at Samaritan Center, words really can't express how proud and grateful I am to work with all of you, especially this past 12 months. You have stepped up and persevered and excelled during a challenging and unpredictable and sometimes very scary COVID-19 pandemic. It has truly been inspiring to watch you meet these challenges with creativity and compassion to keep us on our mission and to ensure that we can provide mental health services to our community. To PCSI and all of our returning sponsors and new sponsors, thank you so much for making this a successful event. To all of you who are joining us, thank you so much for helping us honor veterans and raise awareness and funding to support veterans' mental health. I have to admit, I really miss the in-person event. I miss the handshakes and the hugs and the cheers and the tears as we get to honor the veterans who attend the event. I miss getting to introduce you to the veterans on our staff. I can't really do that this year, but I do want to thank and recognize Rajesh Hari Prasad, Manny Gonzalez, Blake Holbrook, James Lambert, Jack Swope, and Robert Weatherby. I get to speak with a lot of veterans in my role at Samaritan Center, and they all tell me that they don't feel like heroes and they didn't join the service to be a hero. I am sure that's true, but I can tell you for those of us who sleep soundly at night because brave men and women here and around the world are keeping peace and putting themselves in harm's way to keep me and my loved ones safe, you feel like heroes to me. Thank you all so much. Thank you to all the veterans and military family members in our community. Thank you all for being here tonight. Fingers crossed that we're together in person again next year. Good night, everybody.
Thank you so much, Cindy. We sure appreciate it. And thanks to all of our sponsors as well, and to all of our volunteers, to all of you for making this event a big success. We wish we could all be in the same room so we could share the love together, but we're doing it virtually. But you know what? You're showing that you care. You're showing that you're committed. And that's really all that matters. And we thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. This is the last time you're going to have to put up with me tonight, because when I'm done, I'm going to send it over to Jenny Lee. But before I do, let's just take one more look at that thermometer and see how well you are doing. Oh, wow. Fantastic. We are up to $22,271. That is fantastic. You are being very, very generous, but don't stop now. Don't stop now. We need more money. Please keep hitting that paddles up button. Please put this out on your social media. Please go ahead and keep on the bidding until 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And a reminder here, and you can come back to me now. I just want a reminder a little bit about what we're going to do at the end. When the auction ends tomorrow at 7, if you're the high bidder, you're going to receive a text message. That text message will say you've won. Please click here and it'll take you over to your bill area on your phone, and you'll be able to enter your credit card and pay right on your phone, okay? Easy as can be, simple, no lines or anything like that. So be watching for that text at about 7:05 tomorrow evening to let you know that you won items, and you can just go ahead and pay right on your phone, and you'll get instructions on how to retrieve your item, okay? So thanks again for your generosity. Been a pleasure being your virtual auctioneer tonight. My name's Jay Fisk. Thank you so much for your generosity, and back to you, Jenny. It's been fun working with you.
Jay Fisk, you handsome devil. Mwah. Thank you so much. Good night to Jay Fisk. And thank you for joining us for the Samaritan Center's 4th Annual Veterans Ball. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much. And thank you to our generous sponsors. Don't forget about those silent auction items. Please don't outbid me. That would be very rude. Don't do that. Jay, especially you, I know you're going to do that. No, I'm just kidding. We're at 22,000 something and change. Remember, our goal is 30,000. Wouldn't it be great to exceed our goal? That would be so awesome, because the beneficiary, of course, veterans, active service members, and their families, of course, raising awareness about mental health services. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Jenny Lee. That concludes our event tonight. Good night. Go out and make it a great night. Mwah.